Hey everybody, and welcome to Malt Muser Whiskey Reviews. I am Eric. On the bar for review today, special uncorking of the Glenmorangie X. As always, here on the channel, nose taste finish review of this whiskey coming up. I'll tell you a bit about the value, give you my final thoughts, a preliminary final score, leave you with a malt musing. But first, if you've yet to, take a second, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you don't miss any of my reviews. These drop every Friday here on YouTube, as well as get notifications for my happy hour every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay, Glenmorangie X. So this distillery, one of the biggest single malt Scotch distilleries, located in the Highlands region. They are known also for having the tallest stills, which means they have one of the more elegant, lighter single malts out on the market today for the most part. This Glenmorangie X in particular comes at 40% ABV. It does not come in a box like a lot of Glenmorangie stuff do. Instead, you just get a bottle like this. And here's what it has to say. Here on the front, it literally just says, made for mixing. This has been released here in early 2021 on the U.S. market. And this is Glenmorangie's attempt to enter the market of cheap mixer single malt scotches, apparently. Usually, you know, when you think about a single malt, or pardon me, a Scotch whiskey that you would use as a mixer in a cocktail, you think about blended scotches. They're coming into the market here with a single malt. On the back here, it says, crafted with top bartenders, this is our single malt made for mixing. Pair its sweeter and richer taste with your favorite mixer to create delicious drinks. Okay, there you go. No other information on here. It doesn't say anything about chill filtration or natural color. I'm assuming this has been chill filtered and color added. It does have this little booklet on it here. It says made for mixing, and inside it has some Glenmorangie cocktail recipes, Glenmorangie X peach, Glenmorangie and tonic, so on and so forth. Okay, so that's what you get here. All right, so enough about this. Let's get this in the glass, see what we're looking at. Regular cork. All right. This is the color, Glenmorangie X. Looks like it probably has color added to it just by kind of a glow, that kind of gold glow that this has. You can't always tell, but with this, it does seem to stand out a bit. Okay, go into the nose. So right away, I pick up what I would characterize as some of the classic Glenmorangie notes. There's a lot of orange. There's a lot of honey. In fact, there's also orange peel. A bit of the bitterness, sweet and bitter. Lemon. There's a little bit of other fruit in the background. Light kind of spice to it. I'm going to guess this has been aged in ex-bourbon. So I'm picking up a little bit of vanilla. Okay. Really, the nose here is dominated by this kind of orange peel citric note. Okay. Let's give it a taste. Cilantro. Rich, full flavor. Really coats the mouth. You're picking up a lot of caramel, vanilla. Again, the orange peel, a bit of that bitterness and sharpness from that. As it develops, you do get a nice kind of oaky spice hit. Not incredibly complex, but medium finish. Again, you're left with in the citrus, the orange peel, some little hints of spice in here. If I was going to characterize them, there's maybe like, it's almost like a slightly dill rye spice. A little bit of chocolate on the end here. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. Let's put a little bit of water on this. Again, 40% ABV. I'm just going to do like 3 drops because if this is made for mixing, this should be able to stand up under 3 drops of water. Let's see what we get. So the nose, very similar to before. Orange peel, lemon lime, a little bit of butterscotch. Again, it's sweet and bitter. Need a little bit of sour. A little bit more oak spice. It is holding up under this water. I mean, this has not fallen apart. It's very similar to how it was neat. Okay. Getting some kind of apple cinnamon now. Much more cinnamon coming through with the addition of water on this. Vanilla, kind of like orange creamsicle. It seems like it's taken a little bit of the water's taking a little bit of the edge off of that that citric note. Tangerine. A little bit of maple syrup, a little bit of vanilla. Again, goes into a medium finish here on the end. It sticks around pretty well. Viscosity is nice. Yeah, little hints of chocolate. Okay. So here's one more look at the bottle. Value-wise, Glenmorangie X. You will find this on the shelves here in the US right around the $30, $35 price point. Value-wise, though, I mean, if you're taking that into account, first of all, if you're looking for mixer whiskeys, you can usually get them cheaper than $35. And the Glenmorangie 10 years old, which in the US is bottled at 43%, comes in at about $40. So keeping that in mind if you're looking to sip on it. I think the comparison between this and the Glenmorangie 10 is a really big question here. And let's get into that here in final thoughts. Glenmorangie X, honestly, is a pretty good attempt here by Glenmorangie to make a whiskey that would stand up well in a cocktail and is designed specifically to do so. I could see this really doing well in a variety of drinks outside of the recipes that they have on here. I think this could even stand up well in something like an old fashioned. Rob Roy, definitely. I'm surprised by how rich and full flavored this is, despite being only 40% ABV and no age state. Now, comparing this to the Glenmorangie 10, I actually think this Glenmorangie X would be much better as something to mix in a cocktail over the Glenmorangie 10, even though the 10 is 43%. Mostly because the flavors on this are much bolder. This is a stronger, more aggressive whiskey. The citrus notes are there. This is not super complex, but again, it's going to stand up well in a cocktail. So they mission accomplished on that. What I think could potentially may have made this better is obviously up to maybe 43%. I do think it'll be interesting to try this out in a couple cocktails. Usually I tend to go for things like Cutty Sark Prohibition Edition, which is 50% blended, 50% alcohol blended Scotch. But I'm pleasantly surprised by this for what it is. This is not a world beater. It's not bad neat. And definitely a whiskey that you could go with or go without, and you're not gonna nothing to lose much sleep over. But I do like what they've done here for the most part. I would have liked to seen this at a little bit of a lower price, but I'm going to give this a solid 2.75 out of 5. Actually, you know what? I'm going to kick that up. We're going to give this a 3. I've been going back and forth between the two. I'm going to give this a solid 3. I would have maybe kicked it up a little bit higher if the value was there. But yeah, I think this is a competent whiskey for sure. We'll go with a 3 out of 5 is the preliminary score on this. And of course, we'll revisit this somewhere down the road and see how Oxygen has treated it. So 3 out of 5, that is my preliminary final score for Glenmorangie X. With that, I'll kick you on over to your malt musing, and we'll catch you next time here on Malt Muser Whiskey Reviews.